Jacob and Ben are our two kids. Jacob is 12 and Ben is 9. They are fun kids who love sports. They like to play games and just be kids.
Jacob is just one of the most optimistic kids I have ever met. He's full of energy. His approach and his attitude toward everything that he's been through has been absolutely amazing. And I really do think that has made a big difference in terms of how he has done through his entire journey, which unfortunately has been quite long.
So everything for Jacob started back when he was 2.5. We took him in. He had blood work done that day, and his pediatrician showed up on our doorstep that evening and said, "You have to get him to Children's Hospital tonight." He had his first blood transfusion and started chemo the next day, and he was diagnosed with acute lymphoblastic leukemia.
He started with his original treatment for ALL, and then when he relapsed and needed a transplant, he started his workup for transplant, had his first bone marrow transplant in 2021, was about a year out, and then he had disease and we needed to do something. So then he received CAR T therapy, and when he was ready, received a second bone marrow transplant in 2022.
Well, for starters, I don't think there's really any fun parts, but the worst parts were like at midnight, like getting your vitals done, or like getting poked every other day type thing, or having to take these lot of medicines and stuff. But yeah, those were probably some of the hardest parts.
Jacob and kids that get diagnosed with cancer or a blood disorder are removed from all the things that they love. They are almost immediately taken out of school. They don't get to do all the things that a kid just wants to do.
It affects the family. You know, Jacob is going through a lot, has gone through a lot, but Ben has sacrificed a lot as well. He's always has to be kind of put second when it comes to priorities because Jacob's health is the most important thing.
I make him laugh, and sometimes I play a game with him. He teaches me new things. We play baseball together.
Children, when they're growing and developing, are undergoing a lot of changes in their body. And then when they're diagnosed with cancer and undergo very intensive treatments, obviously those treatments have the potential to have a significant impact on their growth and development.
He has some decreased lung function, but he's handling it well. It doesn't seem to impact him on a daily basis.
He's also at risk for secondary cancers, and most kids that have gone through the type of treatment that he has gone through will have some sort of long-term effect to an organ. During treatment, he had seizures, allergic reactions, infections, low immune system for years. Only since this last March have we been able to even go out and about.
I'm very happy to say that Jacob is over a year after his now second stem cell transplant and has no evidence of leukemia in his body. He is feeling good. He is back in school. He is barely on any medication, playing with his friends and baseball all summer long.
I'm really thankful for my parents and everyone that's helped me through the tough times, like all the doctors and nurses that just do their best to help me just feel better.
Jacob and his case are a good demonstration of how important clinical research and new and innovative therapies are when treating childhood cancer.
The research made those possible, and they're the reason he's alive today.
Jacob did a trial that was funded by the MACC Fund during his first transplant, and that was not through the government funding, that was through private, so nonprofit. So Jacob's story is successful right now because of it, but other kids are not as lucky.
Unfortunately, there are a number of children that we cannot yet cure, and we really rely on continued innovation, continued research support from generous philanthropic donors such as the MACC Fund.
Everyone should try to help out as much as they can for research and these kids that are in the hospital. Help, like just by maybe donating something little, like a blanket type thing, or yeah, even like a little thing might help a kid through a whole day.
He has defeated all odds to be where he is at. 10 years about of treatment from the very beginning. He is just ready to never go through any of this again, put it all behind him.
Look forward to the day when you will be able to do things, and just try to make the most out of every day. Like, find the little things that make you happy.